Hey folks, welcome back to Misty and Ike, a daily pop culture podcast, produced by Brickyard Media Group. And now here's your hosts, Misty Roberts and Isaac Heckert. Welcome back to the Misty and Ike Morning Show, Misty.
Hello, Ike.
Hello, everybody at home or at work. No. Hopefully you're getting paid to watch our show right now. That'd be cool. Be a whole lot cooler if you did.
Oh, Matthew McConaughey.
You know what day it is?
For all intensive purposes, I think that it is Wednesday.
It's Wednesday,
yeah?
And it's Misused Phrases Day.
You mean like intensive purposes?
Intensive purposes.
It's intense and
porpoises.
Oh, yes. I think you're right. It's porpoises.
It's intensive porpoises.
So, yeah.
That's when you take a porpoise and you intensify it. There's your intensive porpoise.
Not sure that's what they meant by it.
It's probably not.
It's not.
So we're going to get into some phrases that people misuse and the correct pronunciation of them.
And I think it would be fun if we go back and forth. Like I say one and you tell me whether you think it's right or wrong. And if you think it's wrong, what the correction is.
Okay.
And then we'll swap.
I agree with this. I feel like I'm going to fail miserably.
I think you're going to do pretty good.
All right. You want to go first? You want me to go first?
Hunger pains. Do you think that's right or wrong?
I think it's wrong.
What do you think it is?
I think it's hunger pangs.
You are correct.
Yep, only because we just talked about this right before we recorded.
A churning feeling in your stomach is a pang.
Yep.
And you have hunger pangs, not hunger pains.
And then they made how many movies about the hunger pangs? With the bow and arrow?
Or games.
The hunger pangs.
Or games.
Okay. How about this? First come, first serve. Right or wrong?
I think that's right.
It is wrong.
What?
Mm-hmm.
I've been saying that wrong my whole life.
Yeah.
Are you surprised, audience? Are you surprised?
Check it out. The first, it's up here. The suggests that the first person to arrive has to serve all who follow. The actual phrase is first come, first served, to indicate that the participants will be served in the order in which they arrive. Both Harvard and Yale got this one wrong.
Wow. Yeah, that completely makes sense now that I see that.
You're in good company.
All right. What about an scapegoat?
Oh, that's so funny. This that's wrong.
But I've heard people say it.
There's my scapegoat.
That's a scapegoat.
It's like you go to a farm, you see a bunch of goats, you're like, which one is escaping?
Right.
It's scape.
It is scape.
There is no E.
Scapegoat. There is not. It is not an scapegoat. It is when you blame someone else for someone's wrongdoings. They become the scapegoat.
And then when someone does wrongdoing to you, do you ever extract revenge?
It's exact revenge.
It is exact revenge, meaning to achieve revenge.
To extract would mean to take revenge out of something.
Right. Sit down. I got to take my revenge out of you. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What about expatriate?
Oh, I think that's right. Oh no, it's not. It's not. It's what, because I get it confused because people just call it expat, but that pat isn't patriot. It's, I don't know what it is, but it's not patriot, right?
It's not patriot. It's patriate.
Right.
So
it's a good movie with Mel Gibson.
Expatriate or an expat is a person who temporarily lives in a country other than the one they were born. Mm-hmm. An expatriate, on the other hand, would be someone who used to love their home country but changed their mind.
You know how I feel about that? I could care less.
Oh!
I hate this one.
Could you care less?
I could. Could I? Could I?
I couldn't care less.
People get this one wrong all the time.
This one makes me laugh. Just pass mustard.
I don't get this one. I saw this one on a list last week. I don't get it.
So something passing the muster means that it's satisfactory. It is not that you're passing someone mustard. A lot of people...
I've never even heard someone say that. Is that an English phrase?
No, you look at something, like to review something, you go, this passes muster. That's the phrase. I used to have a boss that used to say it all the time to me. And he'd go, oh, this passes muster.
I'm going to start using it on the show.
But a lot of people say...
You shall pass mustard.
Pass mustard. And it's like...
And then
What?
Do you have any Grey Poupon?
Oh, I love Grey Poupon. It's delicious.
Pass muster. Okay.
All right. What you got for me?
My list has a bunch that are right, but they're spelled differently. I don't like that.
No, I don't like that. That's. We
Let's
want to
see
focus
here.
on the actual like people saying things wrong.
Let me see here if I get this one right. Have you ever emigrated to another country?
No, and I've never even immigrated.
This is where read here, read along. With this one, there is no debate. The verb emigrate is always used with the preposition from, whereas immigrate is always used with the preposition to. I don't even know if I got it right when I set it up now.
You did.
Ooh,
You
I
know,
got
I'm
a
just
good one
sitting
coming
here
up.
kind of biting my time till our episode's over today.
You should bide your time.
Exactly. You're not biting your time.
If
Biting.
if you're biting your time.
You're biting your time?
I don't think I've
Something's
ever
wrong
heard
with
of
you.
that. You could wait with bated breath. But this is another one that just spelled it wrong. It's
Yeah.
B-A-T-E-D instead of baited, like baiting a
Right.
fish. And then I'm going to just jump ahead.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm just going to knock out a couple that are just spelled incorrectly.
Okay.
Peace of mind.
It's
It's not
it's
a piece of
it's
your mind.
peace, not
peace.
a piece.
It's not this piece either.
Peace. Yes, it is. It's peace.
You're doing it actually correctly. This is,
Yeah.
you could do this, but you can't do that.
No.
No, don't do that.
This is peace.
Yeah.
Peace.
This is
Peace of mind.
Right.
Means that you're calm.
P-I-E-C-E.
That's a piece of
Piece, a
something
piece of-
which you don't have a piece of your mind.
Peace. Take a piece of my mind. Anyway, what do you got?
Well, let's see. By and large.
Oh, I just came up on that one.
It's not by in large. It's by and large.
By and large,
Yes.
which if you go to Costco, you can buy in
In
large.
Or Big Lots.
Oh,
by
yeah.
in large.
That's right.
It's by and large.
Side note, do you like Costco or Big Lots?
I don't really like either of them.
Me neither.
I'm not a fan.
There's another one that's just spelling. Have you ever? When you have diligence, do you do
diligence?
Do you do
It's not
diligence?
D-U-E. It's D-O. Right? No, it's the opposite.
You got it. Yeah.
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 Slip.
It's not D-O. It's D-U-E. And it's not D-E-W. It's
No,
not Mountain Dew
it's not
diligence.
or grass dew.
Let's call this episode Mountain Dew diligence.
What about Doggy Dog World?
Snoop Dogg eat dog. Dog eat dog.
It's dog eat dog.
Yeah.
But I have actually heard people say it's a doggy dog world.
Well, that's Snoop Doggy Dog's
and I'm
fault.
like, no, I don't think that's what you mean.
Don't you think that people got that from listening to too much Snoop Dogg?
No, I don't think that anyone put that much thought into it and integrated that sentence from one song into their vernacular forever.
Do. I totally believe it. That's my
I
hot
don't.
take on that.
I don't know. People are not that smart.
I think more people
Clearly,
have heard.
people are not that smart.
I think more people have heard Snoop Doggy Dog the song than have heard It's a Dog Eat Dog World.
I don't think so. It's a dog eat dog world has been around for incredibly long time.
Well, leave a comment in the comment section and tell us who you agree with, because we're gonna have to argue on that one, and that would be my case and point.
Irregardless.
Oh, that y'all messed that one up a lot.
Irregardless. It's regardless.
There is no Erie.
Irregardless. Well, we looked this up. It's actually been admitted into the dictionary now because people have effed it up so many times.
Yep. And that's
It's technically not.
That's
not
my
a
whole
thing.
case and point.
Case in point.
Ha! You got that one right.
How about nip it in the butt?
I've never nipped anything in anybody's butt.
It's nip it in the bud.
Right.
I'm talking about halting something, the
Yeah.
process of something. You want to nip it in the bud, which is what you do to flowers.
Yeah, or some guy named Bud.
Keeping things trimmed and
Yep.
not letting them grow from an early age.
I'm out. I ran
You're
through
out?
my whole list. Yeah.
Well,
You wanna quiz me for the
I
rest
guess
of
we
them?
could have done something else.
Oh my God. When I see people put could have in an email,
Could have.
you could have. You
the-
could have put
You
of.
could have put of.
You could have done it correctly, but you could have
But you-
gotten it incorrect. Is that?
What about butt naked?
See, this one I disagree with.
Okay.
That's technically not correct. It's buck naked. But when you're butt naked, that's a country way of saying it. Because I can see your butt. You're butt naked. I'm never going to not say.
Still wrong.
It's wrong. But
Still wrong.
if being butt naked is wrong, I don't want to be right.
Well, and it says if you're fully naked, your bottom is probably exposed. And that's likely the reason so many people misuse the phrase.
That's right.
But it is buck naked. It refers to a man and has some roots in some early American slave trade. So maybe we just change it to butt naked and leave it like that and leave it wrong. Because that's better than what the original is.
And so it is changed.
And so it is. And so it is.
And so it is.
It is now butt naked.
We have the official word from Misty and Ike's head writer. What was your name again?
Misty.
Misty Roberts, the
Right.
head writer of Misty and Ike, has now declared it. And so let it be so. I found another article that says 11 idioms writers often get wrong.
Okay.
And how about another thing coming?
I was just going to say that one. It's you've got another think coming.
Wow, I'm today years old on that one. I thought it was you.
It means that you need to think again.
Oh, what about this?
If you think this is right, you need to think again. You've got another think coming.
Well, is that a Billy Idol song? You got another thing?
No, it's somebody else. Is it War?
Halford. Rob Halford?
Yes, that's it.
Another thing. Did he get it wrong in the song?
Well, yeah. Because the name of the song is You've Got Another Thing Coming.
You got another thing coming.
Yeah.
It's Judas Priest. You got another thing. He got it wrong.
Yeah.
So it's another think, huh?
It's think. You need to think again.
You got another thing coming.
When people are trying to describe like someone that's done a turnaround in their life and they go, did a complete 360.
Oh, right.
360
yeah.
is a whole thing. So that means you end up right where you started.
Yeah, that one's silly.
It's a 180.
Yeah.
That means you're completely polar
Yeah.
opposite of where you started.
Yeah.
I love
this
it when people say
episode's
that.
doing a full 360. What about this one? I'm reading as I go here. Chomping at the bit.
Okay, how do you say that? What's the correct?
While the misheard version makes sense, even contextually speaking, the original version is more refined. Instead of chomping, champing is a more formal descriptor for what horses do to bits with their mouths. By the way, a bit is used with a rein to control a horse. Thank you
I
for that.
never knew that.
Champing at the bit.
Champing at the bit.
Dude, I'm today years old on that one too.
Okay, interesting. Huh, I did not know that one. How about whet your appetite?
Oh, I thought it was wet your whistle.
It's not. It's whet your appetite. A lot of people use the term, the WET, like something is wet. Mm-hmm. It's actually WHET, which means wet it's actually an antiquated way of saying inciting
It's
interest
one of those
in
misspellers,
something.
huh?
It's just, well, WHET is just not a word that we use often anymore.
Yeah.
It's kind of, yeah.
But
I'm pretty unfazed by that.
What about beckon call? Oh, sorry, I just skipped over one, didn't I?
It's okay. That's another spelling one. A lot of people spell it UNPHASED.
They're unfazed
like a
by the
phase.
spelling.
It's actually FAZED.
They're not phasing in and out of reality.
Exactly.
Like that's a Star Trek reference.
Yeah.
Beckon call. Beckon.
I've always heard it beck and call.
That's the correct way to say it.
Okay.
The word beckon means to call over or request. So of course, this one makes sense. However, the original phrasing was a bit more on the nose. In case you're wondering, a beck is a signal or nod that indicates that someone's required. Beck and call.
You know, there's one that you just had up on the screen that drives me crazy too. The wreck havoc. A lot of people say it as wreck, like an accident. It's actually wreak havoc.
Oh, I've never heard anybody mess that one up, but you're right.
I've heard a lot of people mess that one up.
It's this one right
Gonna
here.
go wreck havoc. No,
Here's
it's
one
wreak.
I've never heard of, and I'm reading as I go here. Step foot in.
I've never heard that either.
When you tell someone that you absolutely would never place a foot inside a particular
Oh, I'd never
space.
step foot in that
Oh,
restaurant.
right. Then you shouldn't
Sure.
describe it the way that your feet will move. While it doesn't sound terribly wrong, you set foot in.
Oh, okay.
I've heard. I would never set foot in that place.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I don't know why I have to go to a country accent for every time I do a character. I'd never set foot in that place. How much time we got left? Oh my goodness. Last time I looked down, it was 7 minutes, and now the episode's over.
We had some things to talk about.
Case in point.
I mean, it was a worst case scenario.
That's correct. Isn't it? Worst case? There's a worst case. There's no T.
It's not worst case scenario. It's worst case scenario. And a lot of people get that wrong. They say worst case scenario.
Well, for better or for worse. That's not one.
We really honed in on this.
Yep. We better nip it in the bud.
Or we should have actually homed in on it.
Well, we're at somebody else's beck and call, so we have to get out of here.
Well, I jive with that idea.
I could
actually jibe with that idea. I could go on forever.
And if you think I could care less, you got another thing coming. This doesn't even pique my interest without further ado, chomping at the bit, hunger pains.
Oh my God, you just really did that.
Let's go whet our appetites.
Okay, sounds good.
Since it's not Friday.
We'll see you tomorrow.